My storage situation on my Minecraft world here is getting a little bit out of hand. I may or may not have taken up this island to try to organize the chaos that is my storage. For example, we've got ourselves a line here of diamond gear, a line here of iron gear. This is all of the other End City loot that we got in the last episode. All of the sand from Cetropolis, and then we've got nether project stuffs. And then over here was from when we raided some ancient cities and the second woodland mansion relatively recently. What was that? You thought the shulker boxes were done there? Nah, mate, not at all. If we pop over here, there's actually even more, with all of the concrete, slabs and stairs in every single colour as well. Now today, my friends, I want to do just a little bit of a something with this room in particular. I'm going to try and get on top of my storage situation. Certainly a little bit of it at the very least. So welcome back, my friends, to the Let's Play. It's Python here, and a massive thank you as always for all of your incredible support you folks have been sharing this series. I really do appreciate it a lot. So yeah, we're finally working on another room in the mansion, and it's another one of these big rooms as well. You might notice I've got the torches laid out in a very particular way, and that's because what I've managed to do is lay out spaces for 16 storage areas. How many colors of dye are there in Minecraft? 16. So, my friends, what this room is going to be is a world of color storage room. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have everything from terracotta to concrete to even glazed terracotta. And then who knows, maybe once these output chests get entirely full and even the overflow storage is full, we could probably store wool at the World of Color storage area as well. So here's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to start off by adding a big old concrete pillar, rather like this, at each of the 16 storage areas that are going to be placed in here. Dude, I'm honestly so looking forward to how this is going to look once it's finished. The next thing I think I want to get on top of is the floor situation. And to be honest, I think there's only one kind of block which I think would work well alongside all of these colors. And that is smooth stone slabs. I wonder, in terms of lighting in the World of Color storage room, what are the chances we have enough resources here to finally start making for ourselves a good supply of sea lanterns? I guess there's only one way to find out. Right, crafting table down. And there we are. Not quite a full stack. Okay, so it's 5 prismarine crystals for each one. So that means 5 stacks of prismarine crystals for a full stack of sea lanterns. And there we are. And having grabbed out a bunch of stone, it's time for us to once again return to our rather lovely auto smelter. And do you know what? One of the projects I would like to get done before the first, well, download at episode 50 is to finally dress up this place with a build. Looks like we've still got plenty of fuel. So, in goes the stone, and off you go. Right, I am going to AFK here for a little while. Maybe I'll go grab myself a cup of tea while I wait or something. Let me just get myself in a safety hole real quick. A nice cup of Yorkshire tea obtained, and now it's time to grab ourselves some slabbies. And actually, thinking about it, this is going to get quite some usage today. Only, I'm going to be needing terracotta and glazed terracotta as part of my World of Color storage room. It's a good thing we have multiple stacks of clay blocks, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 stacks of clay blocks? My gosh, that's kind of crazy. I can safely say it has been many years since I've smelted clay into terracotta. Normally I'd just go buy myself a mesa biome and go at it that way, but no, we're doing it the old-fashioned way here, because unfortunately our nearest mesa is multiple thousands of blocks away from here. Whoa, very spooky. Right. Sea lanterns. I think adding them to the middle of our little colourful pillars here would be a nice way to go. So let's get them all added in. I think that looks pretty alright. And then to make these pillars look slightly more properly supported, we're gonna add in some brand spanking new concrete stairs. Oh my goodness me, I'm so glad that these now exist in the game. They really do make a huge difference though, don't they? Oh, I love it. I don't know if my memory is deceiving me here, but is there not an even smoother variant of these smooth stone blocks? Ones that don't have the little border to them? Only if that does exist, I am absolutely going to go ahead and use them. Get out of here, sunshine. Right, we need a furnace. I would presume that that would be the way to do this thing. If I can, that is. Oh, do you know what? I think it might be sandstone I'm thinking of, where you can sort of rid the borders and have super smooth variants of them. Ah, that kind of sucks. I feel like they should add a variant of smooth stone slabs where you can get rid of the border here. Am I the only one? The reason I was wanting a super smooth, non-bordered block is because I was wanting to use it as a pathway block and then use these bordered ones at the edges. I don't know, I just felt like that would have been a nice way to go. But since non-bordered smooth stone slabs don't seem to exist, I guess we're just gonna have to find a different way to do this. Maybe there's a different block out there which would work quite nicely alongside our smooth stone slabs here. Ooh, quartz. Yes! That would work perfectly alongside the stone slabs, I think. My only concern is that really the only stack of quartz I have? Oh dear. Right. I am going to have to go mining with my fortune pickaxe, wherever it's disappeared to. Ah, there you are. Fortune 3 by itself? I'm sure I've got a better one somewhere. Maybe in this chest? I mean, I could certainly combine these two. There we are. Get rich quick. Seems like an appropriate name, doesn't it? Right, into the nether we go for a little bit. Just need to do a little bit of quartz mining. Maybe eventually we can get ourselves a group of mason villagers, because those guys, when you max them out, they will actually sell you quartz blocks. But anyways, here we go. Oh, look at that. Starting off strong already. You know what's a surprisingly good way to find quartz? Digging out nether tunnels. Do you want to know one of my future projects for this world? Digging out nether tunnels. I mean, you might as well kill two birds with one stone, right? Oh, that looks a bit sort of yikes there, though. We just need enough to make ourselves one further stack of quartz blocks, and then we'll skedaddle. Got another bunch in the floor here, and not one but two further loads in the floor and walls of our nether tunnels. Nice. 4 stacks of quartz leading to a full stack of blocks of quartz. Before I go too much further with the World of Colour storage room, I want to get a little bit of an idea as to how much storage I actually need for the room. So if we just pop into here and just type in, I don't know, for example, green, we've got green wool and its associated slab stairs and carpets. We've got ourselves green concrete powder, concrete and their associated slabs and stairs. We've then got terracotta and glazed terracotta, and then finally glass. All the rest of it are just like random items I probably won't use a lot of. But then again, maybe I should have like a miscellaneous chest with all these other bits and bobs. Banners, cushions, candles, beds, all that kind of stuff, you know? So here's what I'm thinking. 1 chest for the green wool, 1 chest for the concrete stuffs. We've got 1 chest for the terracotta stuffs, 1 chest for the glass stuffs, and maybe somehow a 5th chest for the miscellaneous stuff. I think I can work with that. And checking out the other colors as well. Yep, same goes with the yellow stuffs. I mean, it's pretty much all the exact same stuff, isn't it? Just different colors. Also, I don't think I've showed you guys my creative test well before. This is what we got going on. Look, this is where I designed my little windmill for the island and the lighthouse here. And this may or may not be spoilers for something that'll be coming up soon. So, back to the Let's Play world. So we're going to start off with the floor. Alright, the floor is coming along very, very nicely. Just got to wait for the last few bits of quartz to smelt up. What I need to try and figure out now, though, is the ceiling situation. And we do have a little bit of a challenge to overcome with regards to that. And that is, we only have this. and then we're in the next layer, which is not ideal. Now, my initial thinking was trapdoors. Maybe we could cover over the birch ceiling with trapdoors. And to be honest, I think trapdoors would work quite nicely because it would add also a little bit of depth to the ceiling as well. We've got ourselves some sea lanterns in the ceiling here, so we've got ourselves even more light. But yeah, I don't know, trapdoors, they seem like the way to go. The big question is, which trapdoors? My thinking is pale oak, in keeping with the white we've got going on the floor here. But anyways, for now, there we are. That's the floor sorted out, and I've got a tiny, tiny bit of texture variation in the corners by using these chiseled quartz blocks. Yeah, I think this is a really good starting point for this World of Colour storage room. Please be opaque. Please be opaque. Yeah, they're opaque. Fantastic. It means we can fully cover over the birch wood ceiling. Yeah, so we can do just a little bit of this. Whoa, okay. Is this going to look good alongside all of the different colours, though? I'm having second thoughts here, folks. I'm not entirely sure I like this. The reason being is those little metal handle type bits on the trapdoor, which I guess makes them realistic, as trapdoors go, but in terms of a repeating pattern, yeah, I don't know, man. The only other thing I can think is maybe we bring these stairs down a block and we sort of double up on the thickness of the ceiling. Then we could, you know, have a slightly more intricate design. It's going to be quite some work, especially considering I can't reach these from down here. I'm going to have to jump up and do a whole bunch of this over and over, but no matter. It'll be worth it in the finish, my friends. So here's what I'm thinking in terms of the storage. We place down a block, and upon it is the chest containing what is the block below. So in this case, we've got concrete, so the chest above would be concrete of that color. And then we do the same for all the other things. So we'd have a wool block for all the wool stuffs, terracotta for all the terracotta stuff, or maybe glazed terracotta, actually. I don't know, could be a good way to snazz up this room, perhaps. And then glass for the glass chest. And then, yeah, we would need to figure out the miscellaneous chest. Maybe we have like a, I don't know, like a barrel just situated underneath the sea lantern in each pillar. How about this for accidental genius? For the wall blocks for the chests to be hosted upon, why don't we just dye the remaining sheep and then just shear them? And look at this! Unlike back in the day, they added the bedrock functionality over to Java, whereby you can see what color of sheep you have, even when they're sheared. That is super helpful. Now it's time to get the actual storage added. So we've got 4 chests surrounding the center pillars, and then we're going to have ourselves some barrels underneath the sea lanterns. Yeah, I think that's going to work really quite well. So here we are. All of the storage containers have been placed down. I've actually moved down the barrels to the block below, so we've still got at least a decent amount of the colourful pillar still being able to be seen. But yeah, we've got the concrete chests placed down, the wool chests placed down now, a gold zombie, apparently. Now we've just got to get the glazed terracotta and the glass blocks. Right, let's see how our dye situation is looking. Still pretty healthy for the most part, but we do need more of certain dyes. For example, the brown dye. We only have 2 cocoa beans? Really? Do we have jungle saplings at least? Yeah, we do. Okay, good-o. Do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, then a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. And there we go. Cocoa beans for days. So taking care of the glass storage next, because we can see through glass, of course, we're going to need ourselves some sort of base block. So I'm thinking black concrete slab, for example. So let's go ahead, go over to the back here. We do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yeah. I think that works quite nicely. And then, of course, the black stained glass can go in here. And now we just need to rinse and repeat that process 15 more times. All right, let's do this thing. We're getting pretty close to having the storage part of this be complete, so pretty happy about that. Every time I see that little recipe pop up, it reminds me that this world just keeps getting bigger and bigger with new building opportunities. It feels good, my friends. It really, really does. But anyways, we're very, very close to having this thing done. So let's just keep it going here. Where's the purple one? There it is. And there we go. That's all of the glass sorted out. Now for the terracotta and glazed terracotta. Dude, this is really starting to look quite good, isn't it? We still need to figure out the roof situation, of course. I've already gone ahead and sunken the stairs down by a block. So, yeah, we should be able to get this all sorted out pretty easy. So then, terracotta. We've got all the different colors available to us. We just need to make one load, and then I believe just smelt one. With that said, though, using coal for this might be a bit of a waste of fuel, so I might go grab a bunch of sticks real quick. We should only need one, maybe two bits of glazed terracotta at most, right? So, yeah, I think we'll be fine. Let's do this. Oh, mate, look at that, though. All 16 colors of glazed terracotta. I honestly can't remember the last time I made all 16 colors of glazed terracotta. That's pretty cool going, I would say. So, let's go and start doing this. So, we've got the black one there. Grey here. Where's the light grey? There it is. Yeah, this is where my knowledge sort of goes down the toilet. For the most part, these glazed terracottas have other colours in them. So, yeah, for example, this one is the white one, but there's also yellow and blue in it. So, yeah, unless you hover over these, or you've got a pretty darn good photographic memory, yeah, you could be forgiven for thinking these might be other colours than they say they are. I mean, look at this orange one, for example. It kind of looks like Nemo is in there. Maybe like a double-sided Nemo. Yeah, that sounds messed up, doesn't it? At least the red one actually is red. That's pretty cool. Right, brown. This one's the brown one. Yeah. The cyan one has a creeper face in it. Okay, this is automatically, therefore, my favourite block in the entire game. Dude, that's so cool, though. Magenta, weirdly, is just a whole bunch of arrows. And then finally, the blue one is actually blue and has like a gem in it. Huh, that's kind of cool. Dude, this area's coming along so nicely. We're almost done here. Do you know what? Because we're storing both glazed terracotta and regular colored terracotta inside of these chests, I feel like what might be an idea is if we put down an item frame showcasing the color of terracotta that is in the chest. I don't know. I just feel like it would be a more easier way for us to determine what color of terracotta is in each chest, because the textures of the two blocks are so vastly different. I don't know. I feel like there could be an opportunity for confusion, perhaps. Well, maybe that's just my ripe, advanced age of 31 talking there. I'm kidding, of course. I like how I went to the effort of placing down a whole bunch of these smooth stone slabs, and now we're covering them all over because I wanted to add even more colour to the area. Oh, well. It's looking good, though, isn't it, folks? We're very, very, very close here. Come on, just a few more slabs, and then the roof, and then this thing will be done. Smooth quartz slabs as the roof. In the actual storage area itself, it looks pretty good. But out here, it looks a little bit like, I don't know, maybe there needs to be something else in the mix here as well. Quite what, though? I don't know just yet. Also, this pathway, as much as it's going to stay here, I feel like we need to add some decorations here and there. Maybe we add ourselves some decorations along the edge. And then, of course, we've got the elephant in the room, which is this dude. I'm still yet to try and get this guy to have his axe expire. So far as I can remember with my calculations before, which was quite a while ago at this point, so I might be wrong with this, but I think we need to get this guy to hit 14 different shields until they expire, and that should be all 250-ish bits of durability an iron axe has, right? So, at some point, I'm just gonna have to kind of do it and hope for the best. For now, though, I feel pretty good in calling this brand new World of Color storage room complete. And on that note, it's time to wrap up today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you folks have enjoyed today's color-filled episode of epicness. Drop a like if you have, I'd very much appreciate it. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch more Minecraft from this world, check out the series playlist on screen. But yeah, for now, have a fantastic rest of your day.